Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Red Dead Redemption 2 video, I'm going to be showing you guys what life is like as a fully good, honorable outlaw. So I actually just achieved this status, and I wanted to show you kind of what it was like, some of the benefits, how I got there, and a whole lot more. So if this is something you want to check on for yourself to see where you are in terms of your honor level, just hit start, go to player, and you can check honor. Now the game will give you a general idea of where you are, and if you have any confusion on the levels of the honor system or how it works, I'll actually leave a link to another video I did in the description that goes into the detail of that. But essentially, in order to get to max level honor, you have to be rank 8. And rank 7 will give you a 50% discount in shops. Now, that's the final thing the game will tell you, but it's pretty easy to tell from the little bar at the bottom if you are at the final level or not, which is what I am at. So what is life like for an outlaw like myself that has a rank 8 honor as fully good? Well, everything is a lot less expensive. I basically don't have to worry about money because every single store that I could possibly go into, everything is going to be 50% off. And this is great for the little stuff like buying supplies for my horse or getting a haircut, which things literally become cents on the dollar. And this is also great for big purchases as well, like weapons and other new horses that I might be acquiring. Everything is 50% off, which means in some cases you could be saving hundreds of dollars at a time. So that's probably the biggest benefit that you're going to get when you become a full good outlaw is everything is half off. I mean, imagine your life right now if everything you could get in the world was 50% off. Like from the little things like what you had for lunch to the big things like going out and buying maybe a car or something along those lines. Like it would literally change your life. And that's what it does in Red Dead Redemption 2. You almost never have to worry about money because everything is, for the most part, incredibly cheap and easy to afford. So that's the first thing right there. Everything is incredibly well priced. Number 2, you get some amazing outfits. So I have not found them all because I've only actually gone to the tailor in Saint Denis and also the general store in Rhodes. But there are so many new outfits that are available that unlock some really cool pieces. So those outfits are the Bulldogger, the McLaughlin, the Chevalier, the Corson, the Cumberland, the Cowpuncher, the Valentine, the Roscoe, the Scrapper, the Farer, the Gambler, the Duville, the Faucton Drifter, Dewberry Creek, and the Drover. So those are all outfits that are only unlocked. Like you can only get those outfits when you are at this high of an honor rating. So those outfits are actually really cool. Unfortunately, there's no way to like show it off to other people, obviously, because this is in single player, but it is cool. And a lot of the outfits are actually really awesome, like better than the ones you'd find normally in the shops. So these are really cool items, and you can get them, like I said, from various different stores in the world. Just go around to different places. Again, I only really checked 2 areas. I wasn't trying to actually get all of them. And you can see that those outfits as well also have the discounted price, which is quite nice to go along with it as well. So not only are you getting the exclusive outfits and clothing items, but you're also getting them for 50% off as well. Now, I'm not doing this a ton anymore because I'm not running into as many enemies and also because I'm trying to maintain my good status. But if I were to loot bodies, let's say, for example, I came across a body on the side of the road, no harm, no foul, I would actually get a higher drop rate of potent tonics, restorative items, jewelry, and food items. So that's quite nice. You basically get more of the good stuff you need when looting, which is really cool. Now, I'm not sure if that looting also applies to like chests and lockboxes you find. I think it's only like random loot that you would get off of someone that either you killed or you found or something along those lines. Now, something else that you unlock as a part of this, it's a exclusive modification for the Cattleman Revolver. It is the Hero Pearl Grip, which looks really awesome. It's like this bright white grip. It sort of has this exclusive look to it, and this can only be achieved if your honor rank is 4 or higher. So you don't necessarily have to be a perfect outlaw to achieve this, But if you are at the max level, this is something that you would have already unlocked. So this is another great benefit because no one else in the game is going to have this unless they are a good outlaw like yourself. Once again, that is the Hero Pearl grip for the Cattleman revolver. Definitely the last big thing I noticed as a fully good outlaw is that the world reacts to you differently. Like just going down the street, if you're walking or if you're on your horse, people are going to say really nice things about you. Whereas if you're on the opposite end of that spectrum, people are not going to say nice things about you. They're going to react in a really negative way. But when you're at this highest level, people treat you as sort of like a saint. You know, the good deeds of what you've done have started to spread around, and people definitely react to you a whole lot differently, which is kind of refreshing to sort of be treated like a hero in a sort of way. So now you might be asking yourself, well, how did I get here? How did I achieve a 100% good honor level? And the big part of it was doing a lot of chores. So do not underestimate how important doing chores are for your camp or for your homestead. This helped me out tremendously, and I was able to rank up that honor level super fast. Like you can do like 8 or 9 or 10 handful of chores per day. And when you're done with them, you just go to sleep and do them again. And it doesn't take longer than 5 or 10 minutes to get everything done. So doing those chores was super easy. I mean, I can't tell you how many cows I milked, how many chickens I fed, how much wood I ultimately chopped, but it really does add up. Another thing that really helped me out with this was revisiting old characters. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything in this video. I've already covered that in another one I did today. But if you revisit some of the older characters, it will actually improve your honor. I don't know why, but it does. And that's something that helped me out a bunch. Another thing that helped me out a bunch was starting from scratch. So it is much easier to go up the 8 honor levels it takes to get to max if you're starting from 0. It's going to take a lot longer if you're already at a negative honor level and you have to basically get yourself back to neutral and then get yourself all the way up. So starting on sort of an even playing field made this much more manageable and something that I was able to do in really less than a couple of hours. And the last thing I did, and I've stressed this before, just greet people and be nice to them and sort of use common sense. Go around to Saint Denis for a day and basically just greet everyone. Say hello to them, say hi, do the positive interaction. And doing that is going to get your honor level really high. And if you do it in a city like Saint Denis, you can't turn left or right without seeing another new face, which is another opportunity for you to greet them in a positive manner. Now, the last real thing as far as how my life has changed as a good, honorable outlaw, this status is very hard to maintain. As I've mentioned in previous videos, there's only so many things you can do in the world that will allow you to get positive honor, whereas there's almost an infinite number of things you can do in the world at a moment's notice to lose honor and to become a bad, dishonorable outlaw. So the odds are really stacked against you here, and it is much tougher to be a good honorable outlaw than it is to be a bad dishonorable outlaw. And I also found that sort of my outlook on things changed a good bit. Like I would be super careful, riding in the city because I didn't want to run anyone over. Anytime I saw someone on the side of the road that needed help, I would help them out because I wanted to maintain that status. And you don't have to be perfect. Like there are some accidental bad things I've done, and it didn't have a huge impact on your honor. It's just something you don't want to do consistently because if you go down a level, you're just going to ultimately lose rewards as you go along. So anyways, that right there is my journey and my life as a 100% good, honorable outlaw. I'd say the positives definitely outweigh any of the negatives that might come along with it. I mean, the discounts, the cool outfits, the exclusive items, the better loot you get. I mean, there's just so many positives about being a good outlaw, and it's definitely a path I think you guys should consider as well. And on a completely separate note, and this is the last thing we're going to be discussing today, and I won't be spoiling how it happens, but there is actually multiple endings to this game. There is a good ending and there is a bad ending. So you might not have known about that the way you play in game and your honor level not only affects the things that happen to you in free roam, but it also affects how the main story will actually end. So that's something to think about as well. If you want a slightly different ending, you might want to play as a good, or if you're on the opposite spectrum, a bad outlaw. But I think the good ending is a little bit better. That's just my personal opinion. But anyways, that's all the info that I've got for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating on this video. That'd be awesome. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you like daily Red Dead Redemption 2 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.